pass and bank him today after a crazy one here between the Los Angeles Rams and the 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
No. Check. Patriot.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding time. Still back there. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they...
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
This will be caught at about the 5. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29. 2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, That's a big day.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Here we go now. Detroit! Detroit!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Give him 9 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Really good, solid run right there, and they did it from a 4-wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread things out, give them more running lanes and more options, and also it usually takes the bigger defenders off the field, makes the defense lighter and easier to run against. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. A reminder that coming up at halftime, we'll join Larry Ridley in Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. So we look forward to that.
And I'm looking forward to some air conditioning.
I bet you are. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And the seemingly endless drive continues. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. First down and goal to go from the 7. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 3rd and goal. The defense in the dime.
Can still bring pressure.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half.
Jeez, don't you at least want your guys to get a drink of water? Probably pretty thirsty.
Whatever, your wish, our command. 3rd quarter now. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
No, check, Patriot!
The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go! 3-19!
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the 4th.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
But it was stopped on that play. We had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the outside. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
It's a quarterback sneak. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go.
They'll go with a keeper. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown. And so likely we'll kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking forward. Special teams now with your kickoff. And then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. Anytime you're over a minute in the NFL, there's a chance. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 11 and a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And the spike will come with 34 seconds to go. To throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And they're going to speed things up here. And now he clocks it with 19 seconds remaining. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Holding offense.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, third and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Panthers are going to win the football game. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That's certainly applied here.
Chains. Ow. Caught up in my, put your head on backwards, then skate off after engaging laughter about what just